What do I think about Papa? Well, I think very fondly of him.
Generous and kind.
Nice. He lets us over at his house and lets us in his pool, and he's nice.
He's a cool guy. He's funny.
When I think of what a father should be, obviously he is the perfect picture of that.
I used to ride in his car a lot, and he plays 50 songs, and he sings along. It's hilarious.
One of the most loving and caring people. He is so selfless, always thinking of other people and how he can really keep our family together.
He's a great grandfather, and he's very fun.
Mean. He's convinced that Brooke does not like him.
He says he hates me.
He's really funny, and he's really fun, too.
I'm not sure. This is so random.
I think he's a really awesome grandpa, and he's really fun, and I like it every time he takes us to Disney World because it probably takes a lot of money for him to do that, and he saves up just for us to have fun at Disney World. I think he's a really nice papa.
He's a great father-in-law, great dad, funny guy, and an awesome papa.
Very generous man. Loves to have people around him, especially his grandchildren.
He's really nice and funny.
And he likes to help out people. Really likes to be there for everybody.
He is a loving, selfless man who always likes to put other people first.
He's jolly too. He's fun and funny and cool. He's the best papa on the planet.
He cares a lot about us because he does everything he can to make everyone happy.
I would describe Papa as funny, caring, and thoughtful.
When I think about Papa, I think of a police officer. Not like a Hill Street Blues police officer, but more like a Barney Miller police officer. Like never really solving any cases, but just having a really good time while being with a group of other guys. And then coming home and then, you know, being that same police officer.
When we were kids, he had a CB radio, and his call name, or whatever you say it, was Papa 9. So to describe him would be Papa 9, because his children are pretty much his life. That's what he, so describing Papa, kids.
I appreciate that he gives me food.
Oh, he's awesome.
I like when he makes fun of other people and don't make fun about me, about my baseball team.
I work for the police, I work for the fire department, and we put gas in police cars.
Okay, and when did you become friends with him?
When I moved into the house,
Okay.
I needed him to help me do stuff.
Was he good at helping you to do stuff?
He could do it.
Probably around Christmas time or something like that. It was all about this area right here, basically, because this was really the it kind of brought the family together. That's all I know. And you know, he was really the motivation for that.
And he would always give me the claw when I was younger.
I really appreciate him letting me go in the back room with college people so we can watch movies and stuff. That's really nice of him to just let me go into his house like that. And when my friend Deanna comes and visits and stays over there, and then we stay up really late, and he gets annoyed, but he's not really annoyed, he's just like fake annoyed, I think.
Hey Pops, just wanted to say happy 75th birthday, and that you made a lot of memories from either coming over your house on Sundays or Wednesdays and just going anywhere with you, really.
Hey Papa, happy birthday. Always look forward to going over on Sundays and watching football. Thanks for coming to all my games and bet me that I can't eat Big Macs. One day when you get really old, I'm going to bet you that you can't eat an entire Big Mac, and we'll see how that goes.
Happy 75th birthday, Papa. I will always be true to all. except for on the 18th hole where I can't handle the heat, and I always hit it into the woods.
I always remember the time when I was starting off. It's not I finished, I won. Happy 75th birthday, Papa. Hope you have a great day. And I'll always remember the time we ate crabs together at the house.
Hey. Happy birthday, Papa. We love you.
All types of chicken.
The crunchy peanut butter.
Crabs.
Sushi.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti!
He really likes like the marshmallow cookies, where it's like a graham cracker and it has marshmallow on top and it's got chocolate. And I know that he also likes fried green tomatoes.
Peanut butter and banana toast. Crabs. Probably something with spaghetti and crabs.
Anything on the buffet?
Everything.
Anything he's got in the house.
Papa loves all food, and he is an aficionado of food, as everybody knows. I think that, obviously, I mean, you could point to the easy things like crabs and crab cakes. I know he likes, over the last few years, he's really developed, you know, an interesting palette of like Indian food and Middle Eastern food, and he really gets a kick out of trying new things.
Cake? I have no idea.
Crabs? Huh, anything. He loves food. I don't know, maybe Italian? I don't know, lasagna?
Anything that somebody cooks for him.
Raspberries. Bananas with peanut butter.
Donuts.
Chocolate covered cherries. Or
Milk duds.
mud duds. Milk duds. Why do you call them mud duds? Milk duds. Malt balls, something like that. Maltesers. Maybe that's what the UK calls them. I don't know.
Anything he can put everything on.
Papa's favorite food is edible food. If he can eat it, he's going to eat it. And it's his favorite. Whatever food is in front of him that day is Papa's favorite food. I would say Thanksgiving is probably his favorite food.
Mac and cheese.
Any that he does not have to cook would be his favorite food. Yeah, he'll pretty much eat anything and never complain. He likes everything you've ever cooked for him. Anyone has ever cooked for him. One of the easiest people to please with food.
I know. What are you doing? I have none.
You have no funny memories of Papa at all?
No.
I'm gonna do a belly drop.
Why?
Because it's not funny.
Funniest memory about Papa was probably the most tragic memory about Papa as well. When he had the last Christmas tree stand you'll ever buy. He was very proud of it. Had it displayed in the box for probably 3 months prior to Christmas. The last Christmas tree stand you'll ever buy. Made it a point to point to everybody, here's the last Christmas tree stand you'll ever buy. Well, this thing had like 4 prongs to it, and it was a big circular disc type stand where you could put water in it. Great looking construction on the box, perfect. Well, Pops made a point, put it up as normal, puts the tree, all the screws, all complicated, in like a vice grip of some sort with the last Christmas tree stand you'll ever buy. Took it out, put it right on this porch, had it look real good, and we took it into the house. As soon as he got in the house, things started leaning. Well, he gets underneath of it, starts working all the screws, trying to get the prongs together, still leaning. Well, Papa's temper gets a little bit going as it happens, and the tree starts falling over, and it's still not straight. My mom's looking at it going, Chris, that tree's just not straight. And Pops just gets as angry as he can, takes the Christmas tree stand with about as much brute strength as you can get, pries it off of the bottom of the tree, and then takes it, which is like a discus-like stand, comes out here into the yard, and as like a Greek god, takes it in a couple of swings and throws it across the street, and it lands. Somehow, the miracle of Christmas that year was that it didn't hit a car as he threw it, as it like spiraled through, and everybody was on the porch, and everybody was like waiting for it to land. Somehow it landed softly down the street as it was skipping down, but that was funny about 3 weeks later. Not at the time, because Christmas was ruined at that point.
funny memory about Papa is thinking that Uncle Andy had a male boyfriend, and he was surprised that it was a girl when I came to Thanksgiving dinner.
But my favorite is definitely when you took me and Jared to Golden Corral and you wore that really, really tight, 2 sizes too small, teal blue shirt. It just makes me laugh every time I think of it. And it's just a great memory.
Space Mountain in the picture from Disney. Scaring Cassidy on Dinosaur. Scaring me on the dinosaur ride in Disney. Scaring Cassidy on Dinosaur. When the dinosaur popped at you, he scared her and she turned the other way and started screaming.
9 or 10 years ago, we were doing like a road trip and we'd see armadillos in the road, but he invented his own species of creature called the armadillo, but can grow to be like 10 feet long and they have pink toenails, and those are the armadillos.
When we did the Air Band in like 2005 or something like that, and Papa did his song, where he had like the guitar and the hat.
He started singing the Small World song, and he tried to do it in French, but it didn't really sound like it was the actual words. I have no idea. I do not have a good memory.
Oh, him running around in the Speedo, that it was a joke gift. So I got him a Speedo for a joke gift, and he put it on, he ran around the yard. And that was funny, of course, but not as funny as when I just popped over one day and he was actually wearing it for real and getting into the pool. That was a pretty good one.
I don't know, there's too many of the name. I was driving to Atlanta Super Bowl. He was going about 85 miles an hour, and he ran past the speed trap. And then later he didn't remember doing it. His only response was, "Who was driving? Was I driving?" Actually, this year when we were in Disney World, he said something at dinner about Cameron's girlfriend and hoping she had an older sister that made me laugh harder than I've laughed in 10 years.
At Disney World, when he went on Space Mountain with me, and he had trouble getting out of the ride.
When I was giving birth to Maggie, he came to see me in the hospital. I was still in labor, and he was in the room talking with, just hanging out, and I was still just in labor, and I was getting ready to push, and he goes, "All right, I'm out of here." And I said, "Oh no, you're staying and you're watching." And he was like, "Oh no," and he just stood over in the corner until Maggie was born.
I have a lot, but today I'm going to do the ones he told me today. He haven't seen me in a while. He just told me that. That's the funniest thing he said. Yes, and he saw me a couple days ago.
Well, he already is really funny, so I can't really think of one specific thing he's very funny about right this second.
Just vacations, being there, we always go camping during his birthday, and just waking up early to go get him a coffee, those kind of things. I just remember all the normal day-to-day stuff that was kind of fun.
When Drew and Lucas, they were sitting on top of the couch, and Papa yelled at them. It was funny.
Recently, when he kept calling me movie star around every time I would show up.
Well, he told me this story that when he was a kid, he smoked a cigar tree cigar, and that it was terrible. And so, yeah, he plucked it right off the tree as a seed pod, about this big, and he, on a dare, I think it was from Jim Dewey, he smoked it. So that's a pretty funny story.
A good story is just how he always puts candy out and then yells at all the kids who need it.
Just kind of how he talked to the grandchildren and all that, just joking with people. Just had a sense of humor,
We went to a ball game. I don't know. I think it was a football game. I'm not sure. Around the stadium. And we went to get something from a hot dog stand or whatever it is. And there was a black guy, I think, with his son. And they were like standing over a little bit, and we walked up and got in this line, and the black guy says, "Hey, we were in line first." Well, I said, well, we didn't know you were standing off to the side. And I knew the kid wasn't going to do nothing because you could tell that. And I stepped between, a little bit between Dad and this guy. And I said, it's just a spot in line. You know. Yeah, that was, but that's the only thing I can.
Yeah. Would you say he loses his temper often?
Oh, yes. Yes. He's always threatening to throw something. I just don't want it my way, you know.
Right.
I don't want to lose a friend.
Brown, green, maybe blue.
Like 85% of favorite colors are blue, so green.
I'm gonna say tan, since all his shirts and pants are tan.
Pop's favorite color is anything that matches. If he has a gray shirt on, his favorite color is gray because he will wear a gray pair of pants with that gray shirt. If he's got a maroon shirt on, his favorite color is maroon because he'll wear like a slightly different color maroon as a pair of pants. If he could have socks like that, he'd do the same thing.
I am going to say that Papa doesn't have a favorite color because he is a grown man. But if I was pressed, I would say blue is his favorite color.
I appreciate that he's very loving and he always has treats for the kids.
He's had a pretty big influence on my life, so I'll probably have to say something like that.
My picture is always going to be on the piano looking at you.
Well, Pops is the most generous person I know. Without Pops, I know I couldn't be where I am today with my family. And without him as an example to give through a long time of having to be the only example for us as a father, as the patriarch of the family, as somebody we can rely on as a friend. So Pops is all of those things, and happy birthday, Pops. I love you, and hope for another 75 years.
I like that every time it's Christmas, he'll get us a special gift, like something that we really want or something.
Happy birthday, Dad. I love you so much. You are the perfect father, and I wish you so many more years of happiness. Love you.
He is very cool and he's really funny, and I love it when he takes us to Disney World and on vacation.
I'm grateful for him and that I love him, and I'm so happy to be part of his family.
I love you. And thank you for coming to Mommy shows or like things I've asked you to come to, and just taking care of all of us. Making it fun.
I love him. Love him lots. He's a great man. Love you, Dad, and thanks for everything that you do. Thanks for holding my hand when I would cross the bridge, when we would go jogging together, and helping me make it up the hill. Hey, hey, all the way. And what do you want to say to Papa for his 75th birthday?
Wait, 75th?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wait, are you filming?
Yes.